Hello everyone, welcome to lecture number 3.2 in our website design course. We are going to look at cPanel navigation in this lecture. My name is Mr. Wata Jeremiah and this course is brought to you courtesy of Shumba Training Center Limited. So in the previous lecture, we had an introduction to cPanel and you got to understand what cPanel is and the various tools and functionalities that cPanel comes with. So today we want to have a walk through the cPanel dashboard so that you can understand the navigation of the panel. Thank you very much for joining. So join me on the other side as I share my screen with you of my web browser. All right, thank you very much. So this is my screen, my dashboard of my Google Chrome. So right here on the URL, on the address bar, I'm going to type in the link for the website or the domain name that we bought in the previous, in one of the lectures that passed. So that particular domain name is pittsburghdata.com. So pittsburghdata.com, we are going to put a /, then you put cPanel, okay, cPanel. Then once you do this, just hit enter. Then the cPanel dashboard is going to load. Then we can have this. So you can see that it's loading automatically on its own. It's loading. So here we are now on the cPanel login. Okay, so here we have to supply the username and the password for the domain that we bought through Namecheap. All right, so where do you get the username and the password? You got your email that you supplied or that you provided when purchasing the domain. That is where the username and the password have been sent. So you go to your mailbox, you check, then you get your cPanel username and password. So that's what I'm going to do right about now. Then I'm going to populate the username here and the password here so that we log in. Then we begin navigating through our cPanel. Okay, so we have finally logged in. We supplied our username and the password to our cPanel login. So right here, I'm going to walk you through everything that you can see right here on the cPanel dashboard. So we start with the header. Of course, this is the logo for cPanel. Once you click on this one, it leads you to the home page for cPanel. Once you click on this one, okay, this is the logo for cPanel. Then right here, we have the search bar or the search tool. You can type in anything that you want to search here. Then here we have the account of this domain, okay? So once you click on this drop down, you have some account preferences, password and security, change language, change style, contact information, reset page settings. So that is the information you find on this one here, the account detail, then or the user preferences. Then here you have the notifications. So if you have any notifications that have come, they are going to pop up. They are going to be here. Okay. Then next you have the log out button. So if you are done with your work on your site, you can log out using this button here. All right. So coming to the far left here, we have these 9 buttons or the home button. Once you click on this one, you are going to have some options. It's going to lead you back to this home button. So if you are doing some things within the cPanel, then you want to go back home, you just have to come and click on this one to lead you back here. Again, the other one here, which is down, it is the user manager. When you click on this one, it's going to enable you to manage the users of your site. Okay, so here we have the user manager, we have this one here and the logs here. So once you check the user, you can add a user here, you can do other things here. So if you are done, just click on this one, then you head back home to the cPanel. All right, then since I'm done on the top far left, let me come to the far right. So here you have some information regarding your domain. You have the general information, the current user, the primary domain, the shared IP address, home directory, login, what, all these things, the statistics, the file usage, the disk space, or the disk usage. So we have 20 GB of storage, of web storage, of course. Then we have so far used 4.26 MB. Then we have MySQL disk usage. Then we have SQL disk usage. You have the bandwidth. So the bandwidth, we have used 6.96 MB and it is infinity or it is not limited. We have add-on domains, we have 0 out of 2. Then the subdomains of 0 out of 30. You know what subdomains are. I explained to you in one of the lectures that passed. We have the aliases, the email accounts. We have 0 out of 30, mailing lists, autoresponders, forwarders, email filters. We have FTP accounts. We have MySQL databases, CPU usage, and entry processes, physical memory, IOPS, I use input output usage and number of processes. So this section here, the far right gives us some information regarding the domain. Then in the middle here, this is where the job is now. So here we have some tools that are exclusive for Namecheap customers. We have the Softacular installer, web builder, Namecheap, contact support, and a lot of other things here. Then under the customers for Namecheap, we have the Softacular's app installer. We have all these apps that we can install, or the CMSs. Apart from that, we have the files where we have the file manager, directory privacy, the disk usage, backup, inodes, Git version, FTP accounts, backup wizard, disk, web disk. So this section or this directory actually allows us to manage the files on our domain. All right, then we have the email. This is what we have to do everything relating to emails. If you are going to have jellyfish spam protection, you have email accounts, forwarders, default address, autoresponders, email routing, mailing lists, track delivery, global email filters, address importer, email deliverability, email filters, spam filters, email FAQs, calendars and contacts, email client setup, and email disk usage. So everything to do with emails is found under the email section. So if you minimize this, you come to databases where you have the PHP MyAdmin, MySQL, and MySQL database wizard, then MySQL FAQ. So this is found under the databases section. Then we have the domains. This is where we have the domain, the add-on, the subdomains, and a lot of other things relating to domains. Next, we have the security. This is how we have to do everything relating to the security of our website. If we're to do the two-factor authentication, the SSL, the TSL, TLS, I did explain all these things in the class. Then we have the mode security. I'm going to explain what this is, the API tokens, and a lot of other things relating to security. Then we have the metrics. If you are going to measure the performance of your website, you use the metrics here. Then after that, we have the software. This is how you have to install the software: WordPress, PHP, set up Node.js, set up Python, set up Ruby app, and a lot of other software. And then we have the advanced section where we have the Lightspeed Web Cache Manager. Then we have here we have the preferences where you can set the password, change language, change style, user manager, and contact information. So basically, that's basically it regarding the cPanel dashboard. So down here, I have the documentation. If you are going to read something about cPanel, the privacy policy, the trademarks, and the home page for cPanel. Okay, so basically, this is it concerning cPanel, and we've had a walkthrough the dashboard for cPanel. So you can actually start expanding these if you want to access these features that I was minimizing. Okay, so basically this is what we can say concerning the navigation of the cPanel. So next, we are going to start exploring each and every item here as we continue in the discussion of web design. Thank you very much for joining in this class. I'm going to see you in the next video, even as we continue discussing web design. And of course, my name is Mr. Wata Jeremiah. I've been with you in this class and in many other classes that passed and those that are going to come. Thank you very much. This has been Shumba Training Center. It's bye-bye and do take care of yourselves.